Our day today is going to start with a little day trip to Solo. Solo or Surakarta is the birthplace of the current president of Indonesia, Joko Widodo. He served as mayor of Surakarta from 2005 to 2012. We already have a whole day planned for this trip. First, we need to take an electric train to Solo that takes around 1 hour and a half from Yogyakarta. The train ticket costs 30,000 rupiah, which is around $2 round trip. Because of the pandemic, they want people to sit apart from each other. My husband and I were approached multiple times just because we were holding hands. When we got there, we ordered Grab car and went to our destination. Unfortunately though, the place that we wanted to go has been closed ever since the pandemic started. Our driver told us that the pandemic shut a lot of places down and it's made Solo like a ghost town. A lot of tourist places and restaurants are closed in Solo. Our driver then took us to Dhanarhadi House, which is a renowned batik store in Indonesia. It is known for its quality and materials of the batik. We got a matching batik here too. The price range of batik is starting from $20 and up to $5,000 just for a few meters of batik fabric. It really depends on the materials, patterns, and shape of the batik. Inside the Danar Hadi House, there's a Batik Museum which has an extensive collection of batik starting from the 1800s. I was not allowed to record inside, nor can I take pictures. We can only record in a specific place. But it is beautiful overall. I like the Chinese era of batik.
And this material is from cotton. And when they put the wax, it takes
just 30,000 reviews. Now we're going to Solo Paragon Mall. Since there's not a lot of places to go in Solo due to the pandemic, we're here to have lunch. I have a little savory tapioca bowls, which what I wanted to eat since I was in the US. My husband is having ayam geprek, and since I'm not that hungry, I only have chicken intestine. Since there is nothing we can do or places we can go to, my husband and I decided to go back to the hotel. Yeah. On the way there, the train suddenly stopped and the conductor said that there was something wrong with the machine, so we both decided to just get a Grab from the station where the train stopped because our hotel is around 30 minutes away. The train could take hours to fix, that's what they said. Hey all, so tonight is the last night that I'm gonna be working. It's gonna be a hectic day. So this is my laptop and that's my personal Wi-Fi that I have to use for my work, and I can't use public Wi-Fi. And I'm gonna be working from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. which is about 5 hours. That's what I've been doing for the last couple of weeks, and the first week I was working full-time, But yeah, it's been kind of fun and it's not too exhausting. I ordered some food as well. I have this charcoal like milk thing that I got. I think Yogyakarta is very big on like charcoal coffee. Not sure if it's a charcoal coffee. And I also got some noodles and some clams. It's a cockle clam and I'm excited to eat it. I also borrowed some bowl and cutlery from the hotel. So yeah, I'm pretty excited that this is my last day, and after that we're gonna go to Bandung. But before that, we're actually going to Borobudur first, and then we're gonna go to Prambanan to see the ballet. But yeah, it's exciting, and the room situation is currently everything is dark. It's 11 p.m. I got these flowers from my husband. So beautiful, unbelievable. I cannot take this with me, of course, to Bandung because it's way too big and we're gonna be on a plane. Our initial plan was actually going to Bandung with a train, but my husband said it's way too long. It's 7 freaking hours, so we decided to go with a plane instead. So yeah. After the solo trip yesterday, we hired a driver to go to Borobudur Temple that costs $35 for a whole day trip. It took us an hour and a half to get there. The way to the temple is long as heck, y'all, and it is around 100 degrees outside, aka maybe around 35 degrees Celsius. I can't do math, so do the math yourself. So we decided to get a horse carriage like the royalty to the Borobudur temples. The cost of the ticket to Borobudur for a foreigner is $65, and that includes entry to Prambanan Temple. On the other hand, I only pay 75,000 rupiah, which is $5.
That's fine.
Who?
Hello, good morning. Good. Yeah?
Borobudur is the world's largest Buddhist temple. The temple consists of 9 stacked platforms, 6 square and 3 circular, topped by a central dome. It is decorated with 2,672 relief panels and 504 Buddha statues. The central dome is surrounded by 72 Buddha statues, each seated inside a perforated stupa. Built in the 9th century during the reign of Salyendra dynasty, the temple design follows Japanese Buddhist architecture, which blends the Indonesian indigenous tradition of ancestor worship and the Buddhist concept of attaining nirvana. I've been here many times before. I have a picture of my family when I was 4 years old in front of one of the Buddha statues. We cannot go up because it can create crowds and it can spread virus really easily. As we exit, of course, we took another transportation out.
What is this? Are you ready for?
I realized that the exit led us to a labyrinth of a market with a whole range of different kinds of vendors. It took a while to get out of there. Since we're not hungry, we're going straight to Gunung Merapi, which is a volcanic mountain. I gave the driver some pocket money so that he can take lunch while we're taking a 1-hour off-road trip to the volcanic mountain. This off-road trip cost us around 350k rupiah, which is about 24 US dollar.
Weh, gila. Gila.
Yeah, it's fine. I think you're gonna be fine. But earlier in Borobudur was like scorching hot, you know? Yeah. Right off the bat, this whole trip increases my adrenaline because how dangerous it is. The jeep could go off the cliff at any time.
Yang? Hello. Wow. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. As soon as it's entering level 4, they're gonna close everything down. Like there's not gonna be like any of this jeep tour. It's on level 4. Huh?
Like it's about to erupt?
Yeah, because it's close to eruption. But right now it's level 3.
The whole trip consisted of visiting a museum and the guide telling us how a lot of the villages here no longer exist because of how active the volcano mountain is. Although there are people who stay there and there are still villages that surrounded the mountain. We also visited a bunker that was believed to be able to protect people from the volcanoes. Unfortunately, when the volcano erupted, people who were in this bunker died because this bunker is actually not lava resistant at all.
Before after 2006, the door is broken, it cannot be closed again. And 2010, the Merapi cannot be broken. And the material out here, before it's full, all in here full. Yeah. And now until in the mid. For the cigarettes? Yeah, that's the water. Yes, but that's the water flowing. Yeah. And now the...
Oh, there's a bat. Oh my god, there are bats.
This house bed,
Oh, don't bother him, yeah. Yeah. Do not bother the bats. You know what happened to the bats? Yeah.
Mount Merapi is also believed to be a sacred place. To keep the volcano quiet and to appease the spirits of the mountain, the Javanese regularly brings offerings on the anniversary of Sultan of Yogyakarta's coronation. For Yogyakarta Sultanate, Merapi holds a significant cosmological symbolism. The guide told us that other people who are not the royalty sometimes would give offerings as well in order to gain the power of success from the spirits.
Oh, of course, yeah. So everyone are going down when it's night, like it's definitely completely empty.
After that, we're going to Candi Prambanan. We dismiss our driver at this point as we're gonna be here for hours, and I don't want him to wait for too long. While the Borobudur is the largest Buddhist temple, the Prambanan temple is the largest Hindu temple of ancient Java and the first building that was completed in the mid-9th century. It was likely started by Raka Pikatan and inaugurated by his successor, King Lokapala. There was a legend that I heard all the time when I was a child. The legend tells the story about Prince Bandung Bondowoso, who fell in love with Princess Rarajonggrang, the daughter of King Boko. But the princess rejected his proposal of marriage because Bandung Bondowoso had killed King Boko and ruled her kingdom. Bandung Bondowoso insisted on the union, and finally Rarajonggrang was forced to agree to a union in marriage. But she posed one impossible condition: Bandung must build her 1,000 temples in only one night. The prince entered into mediation and conjured up a multitude of supernatural beings from the earth. Helped by these spirits, he succeeded in building 999 temples. When the prince was about to complete the condition, the princess woke her palace maids and ordered the women of the village to begin pounding rice and set a fire in the east of the temple, attempting to make the prince and the spirits believe that the sun was about to rise. As the rooster began to crow, fooled by the light and the sounds of daybreak, the supernatural helpers fled back into the ground. The prince was furious about the trick, and in revenge he cursed Rarajonggrang, turning her to stone. She became the last and the most beautiful of the 1,000 statues. According to the tradition, the unfinished 1,000th temple created by the demons become the Sewu temple compounds nearby. Sewu means 1,000 in Japanese. After the Prambanan temple adventure, we went to eat early dinner in a Sundanese restaurant, which I couldn't record because my phone was charging as it was out of battery. The food was amazing though.
The carp. Yeah? Don't forget to take off your shoes. What? It's gonna be fine.
We went back to Prambanan temple to see Ramayana Ballet. The ballet cost 350k rupiah per person, or around 24 USD.
I feel like it's the same like if we go to
I think the performance is beautiful, although last time I watched a show was the Cirque du Soleil in Vegas, and no one has ever topped that ever since. The next day, we went to the airport, and boy oh boy. Turns out they're shutting down the airport. I asked around, and it turns out they canceled our flight without us knowing. They only notify people with Indonesian phone numbers.
oh my god.
Hello everyone. So, we are still in Yogyakarta, and honestly, I'm tired. Apparently, our flight got cancelled, and we didn't get any notification from Wings Air. And apparently, they only give out notification if you got an Indonesian phone number, which we don't have. Yeah, we have internet package, but not like for phone, you know. We're by the train stations, and it's like so loud, but it's okay. I actually booked a hotel right in by the train station. It was for $20, and when we checked in, they apparently rejected our coupon from the website, so we got it checked out, and then we moved to a slightly better hotel ish, which is this one. This costs around like $35. What? And tomorrow we're gonna go to Bandung with the train for about 7 hours and a half. And honestly, that's why my husband got the train ticket in the first place, because he was dreading to go to this train journey for 7 hours. We decided to get lunch on this unfortunate day, which is one of the most unbelievable noodles I've ever had in my life. Afterwards, we got tested again for COVID, and it came out negative as the train needs COVID swab tests. Next day in the train station, we had to carry all of this to the train. It cost both of us around $50 for the train to Bandung. The train ride has beautiful views of the countryside of Indonesia. I started not to feel so well. I'm guessing maybe I'm just hungry. I decided to go to the restaurant to get some lunch, and my husband doesn't want anything as he was full from his breakfast.
Pedas.
Oke, mau yang ayam geprek aja deh.
Ayam
Ini
geprek.
apa sih? Bola apa?
Itu tahu
Oh, oke. Iya, mau ayam geprek aja.
dipanasin dulu ya.
Ya.
So as we went, I started to feel really awful. I felt cold and shivery despite wearing a thick jacket. So I decided to stand up for the rest of the way. If you like this video, please click that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.